And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for the season finale of Krypton Season 1, Episode 10. Now, this is a doozy one, especially the ending, but I'll get to that at the end of this video. And spoilers if you haven't seen it, so bear with me. Okay, so we all know that Brainiac he kind of needs a collector. He wants to collect Kandor and obviously Krypton as well. And, you know, Sego, he's got to stop him. And, of course, the barrier that was basically protecting Krypton kind of got destroyed in a way, or shut down, if you will. And Brainiac's ship has started to suck up and absorb the city itself. So, Zego had no choice but to do something that he had to do. And also, before he even did it, he finds out that his grandfather's been alive this entire time. If you watch the first episode, when, you know, his grandfather was exiled out of, you know, Krypton for, I guess, not believing in the Ralph thing that they worship the three-headed person. So they sent him away. And at my back of the mind, I was like, are they going to show the Phantom Zone? Because that would be kind of cool if they did. Maybe he'll come back in next season. But I was like, man, maybe too early. And then they mentioned it when Zod's like, oh, I've been in the Phantom Zone the whole time. Because remember, the Zod that's in the show now, he's the Zod that Superman always fights. So, and of course, he's been trapped in the Phantom Zone. So I was like, yeah, pretty much. And that's where his grandfather's been this whole time. So he's been in the Phantom Zone. Now, if you don't know what the Phantom Zone is, it's basically this intergalactical dimension where Superman and his grandfather and his father before him all trapped, you know, the most dangerous alien creatures in existence. You know, and trap him there, and nobody can get out. It's very impossible. You know, if you watch the original Superman movies, it's that 4 square little window thing that Zod got trapped in, and he got sent out. Then he came back in number 2, but that's a different story. Anyway, so Zod decides he's going to go in there to get him back because maybe he has some information of how to destroy or maybe get rid of Brainiac for good. They wanted to get Doomsday to do it, but you bring out Doomsday, you're going to have more problems. More on him later. Like I said, very good episode. Very good episode. Overall, this whole season's been great. A little couple episodes I didn't like, but overall I did like the first season a lot, and I hope it continues doing good for the next season. What else? There was a funny moment where Zod says, "Oh, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get your grandfather. It's gonna take me a month, maybe a couple of weeks to go get him." He gets in there, he comes right back. It's so funny. It was one of the funniest moments in the episode. He just literally teleports into the Phantom Zone and comes right back. Not even 2 seconds. Remember, he goes there, but for him, time slows down. So he could have been there for months for all we know. But that was funny as us watching it. You know, it's like, oh wow, that took like not even 2 seconds. So that was great. So yeah, at the ending, they basically send Brainiac into the Phantom Zone, which means that, you know, Kal-El's cape, Superman's cape, returned back to normal. And unfortunately, you know, Segel also sacrificed himself and he got absorbed into the Phantom Zone as well. He's gonna come back. I know that for a fact. I mean, come on, he's the main star of the show. The actor did a really good job with this character, so he'll be back. And then the ending had 2 things that's teased for next season. 1, Doomsday escaped, and now he's pretty much ready to cause havoc. He's gonna bust out. I mean, the guy was already literally breaking glass, and he's coming. He's gonna come. I think he's gonna be next season for sure. And then the main bad guy, which shouldn't have been anybody's surprise. I kind of figured this was gonna happen because, you know, with this character, you could never expect. That's like saying the Joker turns good to help Batman for 5 minutes, but you know he's gonna stab him in the back eventually. And I was just waiting for it to happen, but I was surprised that it waited till the end. Superman's cape finally healed back to normal, and then it transformed into the Zod cape, which means Zod is now in charge of Krypton and Kandor and all that stuff. So What does this mean for our future Superman? Well, I have a theory, but it's small theory. I'm not even gonna try to like really question it as much, but this is a fun theory. I feel like if time continues to stay on course with Zod in power, then that means Superman does exist. But I don't think he went to Kansas, the Kent. I think he ended up in Russia. Red Sun Superman. You know what I mean? I know that's supposed to be an Earth thing, not another other dimension Earth version of himself. But hey, you never know. That'd be kind of fun if did that. Because if he didn't exist at all, if Krypton did not explode, that cape would have disappeared permanently. So but that was very interesting. I mean, it's just a guess, but who knows? But I think Sega will come out, and I think he's gonna invent the way, because in the comics and the movies and Smallville and all the other stuff, the only way to get out of the Phantom Zone is that the House of L, cuts themselves and their blood. Only their blood can unlock the door. I think Sega is gonna do this and make the key, so that way everybody who gets in there stays up there locked up and nobody else can get in. Because apparently everybody had keys, portals to be able to get into it, and the machines was able to do it. I know that in the episode it shows the Fortress was able to do it, but I think just for precaution, I think Sega will find a way to make sure nobody can do it. Only his blood is able to do it, but who knows? I think eventually he'll get Zod in there and see what happens. He'll get locked up in the Phantom Zone again. The Doomsday stuff, I don't know if it's too early for it, but hey, you never know. I just hope it does well. I mean, season 8 of Smallville was okay with Doomsday. I just felt like the makeup and that was just too weird. So hopefully the CG holds up. So let's just see what happens next year. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Oh, one more thing before I forgot. One more character I forgot to mention, which was very interesting. I mean, Nissa apparently finds out she's a clone, so I don't know whether that's gonna take off. Nissa's supposed to be Segal's his betrothed. Is supposed to be his woman to bear his child, and eventually, I think he's supposed to have 2 children. I'm not sure if he has 3, but I know he has Supergirl's father, and then of course you have Superman's father. So I still don't know which. I'm pretty sure Supergirl's father was born first. So that was interesting because she was trying to escape with the embryo of the baby, before it's ready to be born. She was carrying that, and then she finds out she was a clone, and then that freaked her out. So what can that happen with that? No idea. We're just gonna have to wait until next year to find out. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and stay tuned for more. And thank you very much, and have a good day.